Yes, sir. Welcome to another marvelous episode of College Football Showdown. I am the governor of college football, and with me, as always, is my co-pilot, Jalen Wilson. Jalen, there's so much going on right now. I'm so excited to talk college football. I'm telling you, a lot of people today, your discretion is advised. I think you guys are going to get a rare form of me today. I apologize in advance if I offend anybody, but no more Mr. Nice Guy. CFB Nation is the fastest growing college football platform in the world. We are also the biggest independent college football platform in the world. I'm sick and tired of all of this nonsense. Jalen, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, KT. Hey, KT, who your favorite conference in college football?
My favorite conferences in college football, the ACC, the Big 12 will be 1 and 2. Big 10 will probably be 3rd. I like the Mountain West, and then there's that other conference that played football in the southern part of the country, but they are too.
About the conference that wanted like a whole bunch of teams in, but they couldn't get them.
Yeah, that conference. Yeah, that was supposed to get a bunch of teams in the college football playoff. It was kind of supposed to be them in the Big 10, and then the Big 10 got 4, and then that other conference got 3, and then last time I checked, 4 was more than 3. I'm just saying, you feel me? See, Jalen is feeding into this. I'm telling you, I am locked and loaded. I am ready to go. Jalen, let's get into this episode, man. Into the news. Malik Murphy has entered the transfer portal after an impressive 26 touchdown season in Durham. Jalen, any crystal ball predictions of where he lands, and how do you feel about him entering the portal? Is he the biggest fish at the quarterback position?
Is any crystal ball? Not right now.
Do you think he would try to get back into that other conference? Maybe go against his former team?
Maybe. I honestly wish he stayed. Like, I honestly wish he stayed at Duke, just because I feel like I hope it doesn't backfire. Like, I hope it doesn't like, oh yeah, it didn't work out at Texas when I was in the Big 12. Then I went to the ACC with Duke. And it worked out, and now I hope it doesn't be like, oh, I'm going to this other big school now because I bought out, or at least I did good, and it backfires. I really hope it's not that. Like, and I think, personally, I'm a fan of transferring and then staying where you're successful at.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
so I think the leverage that he has this season is far superior than the leverage that he had last season, because he was supposed to perform, kind of be the guy behind Quinn Ewers last season, and then the games that he played definitely left some meat on the bone. So I think the want for him is greater this year than it was last year. Could you see him going somewhere like Miami to replace a Cam Ward? And would he be able to have that type of success that Cam Ward had there?
He wouldn't be able to have that type of success. Like, when I look at his numbers at Duke, I'm like, okay, they're good, but they're not Cam Ward good. They're not, like, I don't think they're Heisman candidate top. Well, what would you say Cam Ward's top 4? Say Cam Ward's top 4, Roden?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, they're not, like, I don't think they would be that. I think they'll be solid. And that might be another place he can be successful at. But I honestly wouldn't want, like, from a place where it was lots of pressure to no pressure. Now you're going to, if you go to Miami, you're going to a place with lots of pressure again.
Right.
And I'm not. Not have the lights too bright. Again, the light's gonna be bright on you. The light will be on you. Either added pressure because you're playing for University of Miami or a big what's that conference? The conference that like Alabama's in.
The other conference, yeah.
Yeah. It won't be like that added pressure on top of you after you perform well. But
right.
I don't think he can. But I don't think he would have the same. He might have about 60% of the success that Cam Ward
Success that
had in
Cam Ward
Miami.
had. I like that. I want to send a special shout out to the mayor of college football. He is the brains behind our Twitter. He's been staying on top of this transfer portal stuff. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, I don't either. That man puts out portal news every
Yeah,
2 minutes.
yo, he's been on it, bro. And he did the same thing last year and this year. You know, it's crazy because I thought it was impossible to kick it up a notch. He's definitely kicked it up a notch, and the amount of comments we're garnering, to see like respected people retweeting and in the comment section. Major shout out to the mayor of college football, my guy Nino Brown. So Moon has a comment. Malik Murphy was finding his groove with the deep ball accuracy. Yeah, I think it's impressive that, like I said, he didn't really garner a lot of attention in last year's portal. I think he went to Durham, and he went to Durham with one thing in mind: I'm going to ball out, and I'm going to show that I'm here. And I think now he has his sights on being a top 2 or 3 quarterback headed into the next year's class. Jalen, let's move on to the next segment if you don't got anything else to add. And I'm interested because I know this is you and Nino's guy. Connor Wegman, former Texas A&M quarterback, has committed to Houston. How do you like the fit, and what are your expectations of Connor Wegman next season?
I'm back at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you
Sorry
heard. No, you good. I was saying Connor Wegman committed to Houston. How do you like the fit, and what are some of your expectations? I know you're a huge fan of him. Nino's a huge fan of him. What are your expectations of Connor Wegman next season?
One, I'm expecting a healthy season.
Okay, that's important. So I know Jalen's having a little bit of technical difficulties, so every now and then his audio video may go out. So I'll talk a little bit more about Connor Wegman. I think, and I don't know how you guys feel, and this is not a dig at Marcel Reed. I really like Marcel Reed a lot, but I truly believe that if Connor Wegman stays on as the starter, they may have an opportunity to play for a championship. They probably don't lose that Auburn game if we're being honest, because they played abysmally in the first half. Jalen, you back with us?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like whenever I watched them though, like even though I was high on them, like wasn't. But yeah, they could have beat Auburn, but I don't know if they could have beat
Texas.
What's the team that Texas? Yeah, I don't think they could beat Texas. It was a team that was it. What was the team that I think Marcel Reed came in the game and they changed it? Was it LSU?
Yeah, it was LSU, and then I think they got destroyed by SC, South Carolina.
Yeah.
In the midst of all of that, so they definitely had opportunities to actually be in the playoff. But like I said, I'm rooting for Connor Wegman. I know you all are rooting for Connor Wegman, and hopefully Houston is the refresh and a restart he needs. This is Nino guy. I'm kind of happy for him. I love when players get a chance to go back home. Tommy Castellanos is home again and has committed to Florida State. How do you feel about that? How do you like the fit? Florida State is revamping everything. They've got rid of their offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, and this happens when you have a down year. The blame got to be placed somewhere. And I feel like typically great players are the fall guy. And in sports, like, I'm the leader of the company that I work for and my, my group, I'm the fall guy. If something is wrong, I'm always the fall guy. But I feel like what coaching is kind of reversed. You're the fall guy at times. Maybe it's in a post-game presser, but when it come down to, hey, if it's my job or your job, you're not going to be the fall guy. You're going to be like, well, I got to get rid of you because, that's just the way that it works. So how do you feel? Hey, shout out to my guy, Brian. You're right. I owe you an apology, brother. You called this months ago. Hey, man, you was on it, bro. Shout out to you, dog. Hey, shout out to Brian, bro. Our resident, I like to call Brian our athletic director of Boise State, bro.
Hey, he was holding it down for them. He was holding it down for them.
Brian was definitely Brian, in my opinion, is the athletic director of Boise State, bro. So how you like the fit? Do you think he'll find instant success next season?
Um,
Well, he had like 18 touchdowns this season,
yeah,
and I think his picks went down tremendously.
yeah, 5 picks.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think you can find some instant success.
Mhm.
Especially when you look at like when I look at the history of like Gus Malzahn quarterbacks, is like some of his most successful quarterbacks have been dual threat quarterbacks.
Mhm.
I mean he had successful Cam Newton at quarterback. But at the same time, it's like, hey, Cam Newton's at center that season. I don't know who would have failed at OC. But then you look at like Nick Marshall. He struggled kind of after Nick Marshall. You know, he had Jeremy Johnson,
Mhm.
Sean White. But Jeremy Johnson, Sean White, maybe it was another guy too. But then you had like Jarrett Stidham was he wasn't dual threat, but I feel
Mhm.
like he could run a little bit.
For sure.
Then you have Bo Nix. Last year with Justin, this season, Justin, not Justin Jefferson, KJ Jefferson. And it was I wasn't impressed by it, but I feel like with Castellano's skill set, I feel like he could see success day one, at Florida State.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll have a lot of success. He knows the conference. He's got 2 years under his belt. And hopefully he can help that team out in
Yeah,
Tallahassee.
I mean, they're going to need to fill out some pieces like wide receiver and get some defense, and they still got to figure things out because that was the problem going into this season. They thought, hey, hitting the transfer portal like we did the previous season, and we struck on goal. You know that's going to happen this season. It didn't happen.
Right.
Wideouts was there. Quarterback was not that great.
Is it safe
Defense
to
was a
say that
fall
Mike
off.
Norvell's future with the nose is riding on the success of Thomas
Yeah.
Castellanos? Yes, I
Yeah.
mean, and we've seen Castellanos go crazy against Florida State the last 2 years. So clearly, Florida State has enough intel where they feel like, hey, this guy can come in and produce. We put the proper talent around him. We put him in the proper offense, in a Gus Malzahn offense. That is going to be very exciting to see. Garrett Nussmeier, a guy that Andy and Nino both very high on, and that I think me and you started to buy in. We started to sip some of the Kool-Aid as well. Has announced he's returning to Baton Rouge. Jalen, do you think he needs another year in college?
Yeah.
And does this instantly make him QB1 headed into the 2026 NFL draft?
Yeah, I think he needs another year. I mean, I think you look at the turnover problem, some of the games he had with turnovers, it wasn't pretty. Now I would say the lack of run, the lack of a run game at times for LSU did not help him. But yeah, it was not pretty at times with his turnovers. QB1, who would be the QBs?
It's interesting because we need. I think we're waiting for the playoff because can we agree that Drew Aller can possibly, go crazy this playoff and maybe his stock is rising. And I know Nino was saying a lot of people talking about him like who's staying and who's going, or is Arch the big enchilada headed into the 2026 NFL?
Well, he definitely gonna be the big enchilada. Like,
okay.
Because it's gonna he has that name attached to him.
Yeah, and then he got the Man and Media Cartel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Quinn Ewers might come back. I don't know. Carson Beck, I assume, comes back. I like
Quinn Ewers. If he decides to come back, it's not at Texas though, is it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But if I'm depending on what's going on, like I saw Ohio State fans talk about.
Thank you, S.A.S.E. You came in at the perfect time. Ewers thinking about staying too means he will need to transfer. Yes,
yeah, that's what.
Absolutely. I don't think Longhorns Nation, the Man and Media Cartel, are going to take another season of this. This kid is ready to play. Let him get on to the field, bro.
Yeah. Who else would you have? Like Carson Beck, Quinn Ewers, possibly Drew Alders
I would
next
imagine
year.
Carson Beck.
Maybe Luke Ottmeyer.
Is he in Georgia? Yeah. Maybe Luke Ottmeyer if he decides to come back. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see, but yeah, I think he would definitely be a big fish, and probably not even a very large pond. And then Nico,
Oh
can he do
yeah.
it in that system? Can he do it in that system? I see. He was supposed to leave in 2023. That's hilarious. Alrighty, so let's get into something else, Jalen. Arguably the goal of coaching at the NFL ranks, Bill Belichick is headed to Chapel Hill to become the head coach of North Carolina. Coaching at the collegiate level, though, Jalen, has become a younger and younger man's sport. Kenny Dillingham, should be, in my opinion, if I had a vote, be the coach of the year this season. And he's only 34 years old. Jalen, how do you like this move for the Tar Heels? I thought they would go much younger. I'm not going to lie. How do you like this move for the Tar Heels? I try not to speak on people's personal affairs. Maybe the young lady he's with is keeping him young. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. But like, how do you feel about this move, bro?
When I saw it, I'm like,
I think Nico should transfer. I see. Hey, you're on one today. I see. I'm loving
Nico,
it. I'm loving
as in Tennessee, Nico?
Yes.
Like,
He
really?
needs to transfer to a system that better fits his skill set. Yes. That wide split ain't for him, brother. In my humble opinion.
But the whole Bill Belichick stuff, I honestly don't know. Hey,
Brian just took me out, bro. Brian, you just took me out, bro.
Bill Belichick stuff. I don't like. I'm like, it could be a good hire. We don't know. Like, Bill Belichick coach. He's coaching the NFL for how long?
Very long, since 1979.
Yeah, I wasn't even born.
As old as I am.
You weren't born. Yeah, like, yeah. Like my dad might have been like 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't, because it's like we don't know how well he recruit.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how well he'll do in the locker room, because it's different coaching grown men versus coaching young men. Like,
it really is.
And some of them not young men, some of them just teenagers. Like, and I'm like, it could work out. I was thinking they should go somewhat younger, because I mean, you just got rid of Mac Brown, who's
for sure.
Who's old.
That was his, second stint with North Carolina. What I didn't know is that Belichick has some roots down there. I didn't know his pa coached.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until he got hired.
I didn't know that. So that was a nugget.
Yeah, I was like, it could work out. I hope it does. I would love for Belichick to just win a ring. Just win the college football playoffs. I would so love that. But yeah, it was just, I'm just like, it could work out. It couldn't. I don't know, but the way he's talking is about like the portal and everything, like, about college football. He's like, it seems like he's like prepared to attack the transfer portal, attack recruiting, and
I think he is. I'm reading a book called "The Ways of the Superior Man" by David Dita.
I just heard about that book. I just heard about that book earlier.
The book is phenomenal. It's life changing, and it talks about knowing when the mission complete and when it's time for a new mission. Right? Maybe he felt like his mission was complete in the NFL, and it's time for a new mission. I think the one thing that he'll instantly have, and Dion had it to some regard, but I don't think it'll be to the same regard though. What he will have is that instant buy-in. Hey, I've been there. I've done that. I know what it takes to win continuously. As you even see players immediately like, oh, we got Belichick. And they withdrew their name from the portal. So he'll get that buy-in, I think, instantly. And I think he'll probably have more buy-in than most coaches across the sport because of that. Hey, I've been there. I've done that. Now we know he's not afraid of work. We know he's not afraid of work. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. This may actually fit his craziness and his schedule a little bit more. But like you said, that biggest piece of it is the difference in coaching at the NFL level. And here's that, sometimes you get a 17 or 18-year-old on campus and you give them money, they've been told that they've been the guy for a very long time.
You get
And they're gonna
multiple of them. You
find
don't
out
just get one.
yeah,
You like get multiple of
yeah,
them.
you're gonna get multiple of them. They've been the guy their entire life up until this point. You know, will he be able to reach them? And how well does he deal with the human element? Because he's always seemed very like robotic, very like algorithmic. You know, yeah. And I don't know him personally. He could be 100% different. You know, in person. But how well does he? Will he be able to relate to these kids and reach these kids on that level? Will be my biggest question. But I think he'll have some success. Samuel Wilkinson, what's happening? I think at first UNC will be hyped up like Colorado, and I'm not saying that Dion didn't do great job at Colorado, but in the end, all the hype was too much to live up to. 3 losses to mid-level teams. I think the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If you look at what that program has done over the last 20 years, I think they had 2 winning seasons before Prime stepped foot in Boulder. So to have a 93 winning season, I think it's pretty impressive. They also did have an opportunity to make it to the playoffs. So I think a lot of times that's just an eye of the beholder. I think he's done a great job.
Yeah.
You from Mississippi, man? Shout out to Mississippi, man. There's the show that I watch, and the only show that I watch other than sports is in the Heat of the Night. That took place in Sparta, Mississippi. So shout out to that. So yeah, we're both rooting for Belichick. You know, Jalen's a Patriots fan. And you know, like I said, I'm excited. So let's get into this college football playoff talk. We're gonna really deep dive into this. I gotta see what time it is. The college football playoff field is set. And before we get into predictions and seeding, I want to discuss one. Did the committee get it right based on criteria? And do we need to get rid of auto bids, Jalen?
I had a tough time with the auto bids thing. Because I'm like, we know you win conference championship, you know you should get auto bid.
Right.
But maybe it should be an auto bid to actually just get in the playoffs in general and not a bye week.
Okay. So you still believe that seeding should be done based on what the committee says. The auto bid just guarantees
you in.
That you're in the dance. You just don't know. You know, because it's like college basketball almost having a auto bid system to get into their tourney. Have you'll be selected, but you just don't know where.
Yeah. They're crazy. You know what? I don't think they made the wrong decision. I think they made the right decision. Like, because if they would have put Alabama in, then it would have been just about brands. Like, that would have set the tone from the start of we want the big brands in. But the fact that they didn't let Alabama in, it set the tone of we're open to letting these non-big other conference schools in.
Right.
And we're fine with letting the SMU in. So like I actually agree that they got this right and they should get rid of the auto buys, but keep the auto bids. So like, hey, the top 4 teams should get the auto bids.
I guess my biggest issue with the current format, and I hate to, I've always been solution. Don't bring me problems, bring me solutions. And my apologies ahead of time because I don't have the solution for it. But you look at a team as Oregon, only undefeated team in the sport, right? And they kind of got a raw deal, bro. Like they got
to play Ohio State or Tennessee.
Ohio State, right? Yeah. And then Penn State.
Penn State got Penn State.
They play SMU. They play Boise State.
Yeah.
And then they could possibly, if they win those 2 games, could possibly play Georgia without their starting quarterback and Carson Beck. So I do have a problem with that. I feel like in the NFL and in the NBA, you kind of see seeding is where like the better teams who did good in the season
and college basketball, like
and the college, but this isn't the same. It's like I know Oregon was looking at the
Ohio State, Tennessee,
with the
like
young Jeff, bro, like
because if they was to beat Oregon or I mean if they was to beat Ohio State or Tennessee, wouldn't they have to play who would it be, like Clemson? I believe it's Clemson, Texas.
Yeah.
And then it's like another team, right? Or Because this is a team on top of it was like a team, Oregon, Boise State, or something like that, and then it was a
who was it? Who was the
like
seed?
I don't know why I'm blanking.
Yeah, I'm blanking too. So yeah, Oregon will have to play Tennessee or Ohio State. Then they have to play if Texas beats Clemson and Clemson plays Arizona State. Then they have to play the winner of that game as well. So like I said, the format just needs to be adjusted. I don't have the answer. I don't have that. Yep, national championship date is on Monday, 2025. I really wish the championship was on a Saturday to be true to the sport. I know Jalen doesn't particularly care about that, but all righty. So we got and I've already mentioned a couple of things that I've had an issue with. All right, so let's go game by game real quick, Jalen. We'll try to run through this as quickly as possible. Game by game, Friday, December 20th, 10th ranked Indiana stays in state, and they travel to South Bend to play 6th ranked Notre Dame. 8 p.m. kickoff. Winner faces Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Who you got?
Give me Notre Dame. They actually get a playoff win finally.
Notre Dame gets a playoff win finally.
I love the fact that we get home games in the playoffs. I like that.
You like that they get for opening round home game. It's not a bowl game. It's a whole game. I think they'll really do well for the fans. Imagine if we got Alabama and Penn State.
Yeah,
that would have been a crazy, you know what I'm saying, whiteout game.
I actually mentioned that in my video. Like I was like the forgotten college football rivalries are like Alabama and Penn State. I was like the only time we're gonna see them is in the college football playoffs or in the bowl game. So
right,
that almost happened. Yeah.
So I actually go with Indiana this game. I think Curtis Rourke just make a couple more plays than Riley Leonard makes. And full disclosure, I've been going against Notre Dame all year. I've been wrong about Notre Dame a lot this year. So I'm not sure this was a coin flip for me, but this won't be my most outrageous take. Some people will be upset with me very soon. I don't care. Saturday, December 21st, 11th ranked SMU travels to State College to face 6th ranked Penn State. I think Penn State by far has the easiest path. I've said that already. 12 p.m. kickoff. Winner faces Boise State in a Fiesta Bowl. Hey, Jalen, there was a great quote by a great coach, arguably the greatest coach of all time, when Brittany Griner had this wild thing and thought she could beat DeMarcus Cousins one-on-one. And this is the greatest women's basketball coach of all time. Tell us what he said.
Well, he was like, I would take all my money out the bank and bet it on DeMarcus Cousins.
This SMU Penn State game, I would take all my money out the bank, all my finest possessions, and put it on Penn State.
Oh man, yeah, I got Penn State.
You got Penn State.
Yeah.
So far, you got Notre Dame. I can definitely see Notre Dame winning that game. We both got Penn State. Moving right along. Saturday, December 21st, 12th ranked Clemson travels to Austin to face the 5th ranked Texas Longhorn. I think it's another good spot to be in, honestly, for both Texas and Clemson. Whoever wins, winner faces Arizona State in the Peach Bowl. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Texas, but not crazy confident.
Okay, I'm gonna take Clemson. I know it's in Austin.
I'm like 52. Was it 52-48?
What does Dabo Swinney have to lose? Like, let's really sit back and think about this. Right?
He made the playoffs.
He made the playoffs. And from now on, his name for me is Dabo. I did it my way, Swinney. Right? What type of message do you send to recruits? You know what I'm saying? On the national stage. Hey, I did it my way. We're going to really develop players at my program. I'm not going to utilize the transfer portal. I have nothing to lose. I'm going to go to Austin and upset Texas and shock the damn world. What better message do you send to recruits? If you send your producers being over the videos, you know what I'm saying? Coming to Death Row Record. What better message do you send? Because what program is building and developing players better than Clemson? And they're not utilizing the portal.
Oregon.
Yeah. Of course, you can say Oregon. You can say Georgia. But I mean, from the standpoint of we truly want to build relationships with these players. We want to see these players come to Clemson, South Carolina, and build for the next 3 or 4 years. And not only do we want to build you as a student, because the best grades and the graduation rate over the last decade is what? It's Clemson, bro. Dabo has nothing to lose in this situation. And if he wins, look out, because they face Arizona State and that game is in ATL, Georgia. What are we doing for you? That's just like an hour and some change away from Clemson, bro. I like Clemson in this game. Am I crazy? Tell me in the comment section I'm crazy. I like Clemson.
Does Clemson lack a big game wins kind of scare you?
Yeah. This is one of those.
That's kind of what scares me.
It's one of those predictions I can make, and then Texas come out and they up like 21 in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like it can definitely be one of those.
I'll be honest, I don't think Quinn Ewers got that in him, but
I haven't liked what I've seen from him lately. And there's been games that Cade Klubnik have certainly been shaky. But, when you think about the SMU game, SMU fought all the way back, like, damn, Clemson about to sell this bag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They get a good kick return. He makes a huge throw. They kick a 56-yard field goal. Boom. They're in the playoff. Texas will finally show up against Clemson. Now, Jalen, would you agree with the statement that Oregon, Texas, I don't know if we want to say historically, but at least over the better part of a decade or so, have known for, high octane offenses, but their defenses, you know what I'm saying, is really why they're in the predicaments that they're in.
Yeah.
Moon says, you're not crazy. I like Clemson too. Texans, a big fame wins scare me. Big game wins, I think is what he's trying to say, scare me. So this is the one that I knew I was going to ruffle some feathers because I really like Clemson in this game. Like, it's like no troll, not because of our affiliation with the program. I'm like, what does Dabo Swinney have to lose? And a person that don't got nothing to lose in a situation that nobody's really been in before, unless you've been in a 14 playoff, but it is not the same. I'm telling you, Dabo's going to have his team ready, bro. He's going to have his team ready.
What's the next game?
All right, so next game, we got Saturday, December 21st. 9th-ranked Tennessee travels to Columbus to face 8th-ranked Ohio State. What scares me about this game is I still don't know who I like in this game. What also scares me about this game is that one of these two teams have the capability of winning the national championship.
Ohio State weak. I'm taking Tennessee. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't I don't like the little government.
The Michigan game did it for you, huh, bro?
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't care. I'm not choosing Ohio State for the rest of the season.
You're not choosing Ohio State for the rest of the season?
Nah.
I think if this game...
Unless they get a convincing matchup.
If this game was in Knoxville, Tennessee, no problem picking Tennessee. My thing is okay, we know Tennessee can run the rock. We've seen flashes with them being able to pass the rock. Will they be able to move the ball through the air versus Ohio State? I like Ohio State in this game.
Will Ohio State be able to?
That's a good question.
Tennessee's defense is weak.
Yeah, no defense. Does it get cold in Tennessee like it does in Ohio? Yes and no.
I mean, is that far away from each other?
Yeah, it's decently far away. Some of the mountainous areas of Tennessee, I think, is cold, but not Columbus cold. It will be a cold game, nighttime kickoff. Fiesta Bowl. So we went through the first round games. We know who we got. Fiesta Bowl. Hopefully, you guys are following us in the chat. Fiesta Bowl, December 31st. You have. It's the winner of Penn State, SMU versus Boise State, and you have Penn State. Hey, Brian, talk your trash now, Brian, because we've been wrong about Boise all year. What if Boise just show up in this game and go crazy? I got Penn State in this game as well. Peach Bowl, January 1st, 1 p.m. Texas, you got versus Arizona State. I got Clemson versus Arizona State. I got Clemson.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas.
You're taking Texas. Okay. Boom. Rose Bowl, January 1st, 5 p.m. You got Tennessee versus Oregon. I got Ohio State versus Oregon.
I'm taking Oregon.
I'm taking Ohio State. Okay.
So do you have that sentiment of still like when they play Oregon? You're like,
yeah. It was what you said. You nailed it, bro. Like you said, you said I've seen enough, and I know even though they won a game, you said you've seen enough. Yeah. January.
Oh no, man! Now the way Will Howard been playing, the way Ohio State looked the past couple weeks, like outside
it's been shaky. You're right. All right. So next we got another bowl. I'm not mentioning that bowl's name. January 1st, 8:45 p.m. We got the winner of Notre Dame, Indiana versus Georgia. Who you got?
I got Notre Dame.
You got Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay. Beating Georgia, your thought process is probably going to be Gunner Stockton. You just don't believe in Georgia's ability.
Yeah,
So,
and I like the way Riley Leonard's been playing, and I also like the way Notre Dame can run the ball.
For sure.
Way the defense has looked, and the fact that you throw Gunner Stockton into that situation is going to be tough.
Yeah,
no matter how much time he has to prepare.
Yeah, you did see some buy-in with his teammates when he went up versus Texas. So it'd be interesting. I know some people think he's going to go Jeff Hostetler. I don't know if you remember Jeff Hostetler, quarterback for the Giants. Phil Simms got hurt.
I ain't never heard of him.
Yeah, Jeff Hostetler came into the playoffs and he won the Super Bowl against my Buffalo Bills.
So he did like a Nick Foles burlesque game.
Yeah, for sure. So I got Georgia beating. I got Indiana in that matchup. Even if it was Notre Dame, I'll go with Georgia. So Orange Bowl, January 9th. We got the Oregon and Arizona State side of the bracket. I believe you have Texas and Oregon. Who wins that game for you?
Oregon dog walking them.
Oregon dog walking. That's side of the bracket. Cotton Bowl, you got Georgia versus Penn State, right? Who you got winning? No,
Notre Dame
versus Penn State. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Penn State.
Oh, you got Penn State in the 90? Hey, let's go. I got Penn State in the 92, bro.
But James Franklin, you better not sell. Oh, man.
James Franklin, you bet not sell, bro. I got Penn State in the 92, bro. I was impressed with the amount of points that Penn State put up versus Oregon, even in the
I was shocked.
I was like, okay. I really like We Are, and and I'll talk behind the scenes. I've really been liking We Are. I think Penn State can win this whole damn thing. So in your national championship, you got the second matchup of Oregon versus Penn State, right?
Yeah.
Who wins the national championship?
I'm taking Oregon again.
So you got Oregon winning the national championship. Dan Lanning wins the natty, and could we say if he wins his first natty, he's already the best coach in the sport?
I think it's tough.
He said Penn State gonna lose badly to Boise State. Wait and see. Y'all been betting against me, and Boise State. Hey, Brian, you right. Our resident athletic director of Boise State, he's been right. We've been betting against his boys, and we've been wrong. You don't know if we're going to beat them in the regular season. We were wrong. You don't know if we're going to beat them in the conference championship. We were wrong, and not only were we wrong, Boise State dog walked.
Hold on, I thought Boise State was going to win.
Yeah, you thought Boise State was going to win? I thought UNLV was going to win. So he's got a good point. So your championship, you got Oregon versus Penn State. My championship, I got Penn State versus...
Is that Ohio State?
Ohio State, 2. Pete, we don't got the other conference in the championship, so that's cool. You got Oregon winning the whole damn thing. I got We Are Penn State winning the national championship this year. James Franklin get that monkey off his back.
Wait, whoa. Hold on. Really?
Yes.
KT, they just scored one touchdown offensively against Ohio State.
You're right. You're at home. You're right. After being up 10-0 at home, you're right. Give me Penn State. Give me We Are.
Really?
Give me We Are. James Franklin gets the monkey off his back. Give me We Are. That's our national championship. Who y'all got winning the national championship in the comment section? We're about to get out of here. I know Jalen got places to be, people to see.
Oh, man.
Mo, who's winning your national championship? I know who's winning Brian's national championship. Boise State's winning that. I would think SC is going with Oregon. I would think Nino's going with Oregon. Who you guys got winning the national championship? I'm sure there's a lot of people. I saw Pate believes that Georgia's going to win the national championship. I just don't see it.
I don't see it, man.
Because when Carson Beck was talking to somebody on the sideline, he was like, nah, it's messed up, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it was like a UCL injury or something. I think is what it's called.
Yeah. It's a UCL injury, and which he can come back by the time of the national championship because we still got a month and a week.
Yeah.
Oregon wins the natty for Moon. Oregon wins the natty for Jalen. Jalen, this has been a fun episode. As you know, the closer we get to the offseason, those are my favorite episodes because they're discussion topics, and me and you could just talk about this sport all day. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And we have a bunch of live content all the time. Make sure you guys go to VCFBNation.com. We're doing amazing things there. And also, if you want to keep up with all news in the transfer portal, you don't even got to think about it. You don't got to go to this site, that site. Man, just go ahead engage some notifications on CFB Nation's Twitter handle. You're gonna know everything you need to know. Shout out to Nino. Nino's doing a magnificent job with that.
Yeah, I had to bro, I had to turn my notifications off because I was
yeah. It's pinging. It's pinging. And we
like,
got people that we really cool with. They're like, yo, at certain times I gotta turn the notification because y'all go crazy. So yeah, so anything you want to be engaged with, we do this thing 24/7, 365. Like I said, we are the biggest independent. We have absolutely no backing. We do this stuff on our own. We have the biggest platform, I think, independently, and we got the best community tab in the sport. So make sure you guys check out our community tab. Nino also does a magnificent job with that. Occasionally, Brad will sprinkle on his little pizzazz. Follow us on everywhere. Jalen, talk to them about some of the things you've been working on over on your channel. Tell them where you can follow you at.
Oh, I mean, I'm just working on, college football rivalries part 1, 2, and 3. I really hope they don't ask for part 4. Oh my goodness.
Dog, SC, man. Hey, nothing but love, my dog. Nothing but love, man. You one of the masterminds of these things, man.
I
you're really one of the people I look up to in this round, bro.
I actually got a video about bowl games.
I appreciate it, bro.
Work.
Really? What you got coming up?
Like, I want to do a video about like the history of bowl games, or like why is there so many bowl games? I don't want to take it all the way back to maybe like the start and try to get to now. Yeah.
You feel like some of it is participation trophies?
Oh.
Hey, I definitely. Hey, I'm telling you, Nino's working. He's probably on behind the Twitter screen right now. Hey, Brian, I definitely let him know. Much love as always, man. I absolutely, Sammy Wilkinson, man. We appreciate it. We love all the love. We love talking to y'all in the comment section. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to see, man.
Yeah, but y'all can find me on Just Jalen on YouTube. And y'all can find me on Twitter, Jalen_Antonio1. Other than that, I don't really use any other social media I got an Instagram. Don't really use it too much, but yeah.
Hey, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. I got a lot of love for this dude that I do this show with, man. Jalen is that person that keep me young, bro. He's super witty. Like, sometimes y'all can't take stuff he say at face value because sometimes he's elite trolling. He will elite troll me in the
I'm not
show.
Trolling when I say Nick Marshall's a bear quarterback.
Nah, he's not trolling when he say that, but it's just certain stuff he's trolling, bro. And I feel like sometimes y'all don't know he's trolling, and I just take a step back and look. But, man, for real, Brian, I love doing this show with you. We're on episode 86. We'll hit 100 in the off season. Hopefully we can get back to 2 a week soon, man. As I always like to say, there are no more victories in a sport that survive in advance. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. And until next time, y'all already know what it is. One time for the one time. Y'all take care.